Well, those results are coming in tonight for the South Carolina primary election, and Joe Biden is the projected winner. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Genevieve Curtis.
And I'm Damani Lewis. This is Biden's first projected win of the 2020 campaign season. And we have team coverage tonight of the primary. Let's start with our Greg Suskin. He's live in Columbia, South Carolina, where Biden is celebrating tonight.
Yeah, and if you want to get any idea just how excited Joe Biden was to win South Carolina, he just left probably about 5 minutes ago. He shook every hand in this room. I saw him hold up dozens of cell phones and take selfies with people. Certainly a big night for Joe Biden. It was as if the state of South Carolina, through his campaign, a life preserver, and he grabbed hold of that to keep his campaign from sinking any further after 3 pretty severe losses. Well, let's show you some video right now, and it really wasn't even close here in South Carolina. Biden getting about 50% of the vote, about half the vote, and that's with 7 people running in this race. Closest competitor, Bernie Sanders, was way behind. Of course, big for Biden in this state is the African-American vote. This is the first state that has a very large block of African-American voters, the largest group in the Democratic Party. They did clearly not go for Sanders' message, but stuck with Biden, who's been a big part of this community here in South Carolina, of course, going back to his days as vice president under Barack Obama. And he had a message also tonight for those in the media and pundits who said his campaign was over. Here's what he had to say.
Just days ago, the press and the pundits had declared this candidacy dead. Now, thanks to all of you, the heart of the Democratic Party, we just won, and we've won big because of you. And we are very much alive.
And of course, addition to that, one of the biggest applause lines of the night was when he said the Democratic Party needs a nominee who's a Democrat. That really got this crowd going here. Of course, the question now is whether he can take this big win, this momentum, into 14 states that will vote on Super Tuesday. Some of those states, of course, have a lot more delegates than those at stake here in South Carolina, and Joe Biden trailing at this point. We'll see what kind of ground he can make up in the next few days. Back to you.
All right, Greg Suskin live in Columbia, South Carolina tonight. Billionaire businessman Tom Steyer just announced that he is dropping out of the race for White House. He spent over $150 million of his own money to get his name out to voters. But after disappointing finishes in Iowa, New Hampshire, Nevada, and now South Carolina, he is ending his bid for the White House.